Well, it's the 1st of May, 1st of May, the Neverhood LP's gonna start today. So grab your favorite computer chair and watch me playing my favorite games. That was lovely. Yeah, that was lovely. I'd like to thank the inspiration for that improv by the amazing song stylings of Jonathan Colton, yes. And that probably wasn't the most proper introduction I could have done to this, but hello and welcome. Good day. I'm Caboose478 with you here of the Koopa Ninja Bros, as you already probably know. And today begins the today begins the first episode of my LP of the Neverhood Chronicles. And before you are seeing the introduction video, I guess you could call it, to the Neverhood Chronicles. This is like, I guess you could call it the intro video. There's a mysterious man of clay. Maybe he will come into play later. And that is a green thing being eaten alive, oh my word. Now, this actually took quite some time for me to get down, because I was trying to do it live commentary, and it was that was a Skull Monkey, by the way, which that comes from the sequel of this game, which I also own and will be doing in the future as a Let's Play, but it won't be as, professional or anything. But as I was saying, it took a few tries, and now I'm doing it post-commentary. It's just easier. As you see, there's our main character, Klaymen, sleeping, and we're going to click on him to wake him up. Now, story-wise, before I even start that, just, click that. That's a window button, so that's unnecessary. But story-wise, I'm not telling you anything except for that the main character's name is Klaymen, because that's all you go into this game knowing. In fact, you wouldn't even know right off the bat that the main character's name is Klaymen. So that's all you get to know. So, I guess another thing I can mention is this game has got a great musical score. I love the music in this game. It's probably got some of my favorite video game music in it. So, that's always a good thing to look forward to. I have, the entire soundtrack on my musical player, as one might call it. So now we're going to climb down here. And this is the nursery, alright? This whole building. And what this is it's Klaymen's mailbox. And this character, Willie, will give you clues.
Dear Klaymen, please feed my pet flytrap. He eats ring food. I do not. Love, Willie.
So that's Willie, and he's going to give you clues every once in a while. If you need them, you can always come back here to get some clues. So let's see if there's anything else interesting.
Claymeb, you have already won 2 bricks of clay. Willie.
Well, that's an interesting little tidbit, taking on a joke of all those old emails, or not emails, normal mail. This was made back in the 1960s. I believe it showed that before, or not the 1960s, God, no, 1996. Getting my numbers mixed up there. Sorry. But yeah, so you might be wondering how you open the door here, and you're going to use that clue and push this little plant over to the largest or longest ring and jump on it or click it, whatever, and then the flytrap will eat it and the door will be open. If you normally click on it, then the door just opens until you let go. So this is the world of the Neverhood. It's very exotic looking and fun to explore, and the first building we're going to be going into is the H building. Properly enough, the very first puzzle you have to do in the H building is, the only real puzzle, is a sliding puzzle, and you have to make an H out of it. Now, I've noticed after the many times I've played this game that there's only 2 versions of the slide puzzle. One where the slide puzzly parts are set up very strangely, and it's kind of more difficult. But luckily for me, after the 3rd try, or the second, no, this is only my 2nd try trying to get the easier one, because honestly, the harder one takes me about 10 minutes to do, and no one really wants to watch me do a slide puzzle for an entire episode. So, thank goodness we got this one. So, we're basically already done with it, which is always awesome. I basically know the exact way on how to tell when you've gotten it, but I guess anyone that does slide puzzles knows how to do that. I don't know, I don't do slide puzzles. It's not my thing. And now we opened a door, which leads to something which is Whoa, that was weird. I don't know if you're gonna see that, but it just lagged a bit. But it's the Hall of Records, which is just ridiculously long, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Now, what I've been picking up are these discs, which are mandatory to beat the game, and this is a disc player right here. This is where you put in the discs, and they tell a story. Now what I'm going to be doing is just putting these first 2 discs, and then for the rest of the game, I'm going to be picking up the discs, but not playing them. I just want you to, get kind of used to this. So I'll let you watch.
Me Willie. Me Willie Trombone. These discs tell a story. Story about good. Story about bad. These discs are all that are left of the true story. True story of the closing of the Third Age. Willie know that once you know this truth, then you know what to do. Listen, I tell you.
And that's all you get out of the first 2 discs, and that's all you're getting until the end of the game. When they're all together and you got it all good. Not all good, but, all together in one piece. So now we're going to enter this room, lift open the clay. That's probably something I should mention, that this entire game is made out of 100% claymation. So all the animations were done shot by shot, frame by frame, all that fun stuff. And there's a lot of animation consequences, but cutscenes. And this is also one of those games where everything you pick up is very useful. So first thing we're going to be doing, this is just the Hall of Records. It's all words. I counted, I think it was 37 entire rooms of just words. So I sped it up, and I actually put a timer on this once. And the exact time that it takes to get from one end, it takes about 30 minutes and 38, or not 30 minutes, no, that'd be ridiculous, but 3 minutes and 38 seconds, so that's a total of 7 minutes, basically, to get from one end to the other, so, I know you guys really don't want to be watching that, but as you can see, look at all those words, that's a lot, those are all words, and if you click on them, you could read them. I actually read basically all of this, in a text-based version on the internet. I skimmed through a lot of it because a lot of it's just like dialogue and a lot of it's actually kind of, boring. So, I mean, basically it's the entire Bible of the Neverhood, which you never really know the story, but this is our backstory. There's really none. But yes, the only reason you want to come here is for a disc. And the sad part is you have to come here to beat this. If you want to beat this game, you have to come here, which really sucks. Especially because I messed up, and I think it happens during the episode 2, where I actually had to go through this entire hall a second time, because I messed up on a save or something, I think, and that just really sucked. Honestly, it's bad. It's not fun to do, because you just keep your mouse at one end and just keep clicking whenever you notice in the corner of your eye that you see the screen change. I was just like watching TV. I was actually watching Boomerang, which honestly is probably the greatest channel ever, because it's just got all the great old Cartoon Network cartoons, the old ones though, the original, before Bugs Bunny, definitely not before Bugs Bunny, because I mean it was pre-Bugs Bunny for kids, if that makes sense. But I think we're closing up on time here. So, I thank you all for watching. I'm Caboose470 with the Koopa Ninja Bros, and I'll see you in episode 2. Bye.